What a shit show.
Fucking brutal.
My first Blue Jays game, and they lose like that.
John Fisher's a piece of shit for letting the fan base down.
I love Vladdy. He is Vladdy the daddy. He is the best person on America. I love that dude. He could go to my home and bang my mother. So we are good.
This is Fan First Network.
What's going on? Welcome back. I'm Curwin, Boutilier. The Jays just lost to the A's 8-4 and lost their series against Oakland. Jays fans are pretty pissed, and especially pissed at Chris Bassitt. We'll hear what they have to say, and at the end of the video, you'll hear what I have to say. What a shit show.
Fucking brutal to fucking start. I mean, Chris just blew it in the first inning. I mean, you're playing what? I don't know if they're still the worst. One of the worst teams in the league. And just
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, we're the Jays. We also suck ass. But
we're not too far ahead of them.
Yeah, just absolutely brutal.
My 15-year-old dog can pitch better than Chris right now.
Yeah, I don't know where to start. They started getting it going. Rally caps were on. 8th inning. Thought Vladdy, 21-game hit streak, he was going to get it going. Fuck all. Swings at the first pitch, right to first base. Just brutal. Just brutal. We were talking before. 14 years, never seen the Jays win at home. Thought today was the day.
14 years. How many games do you think?
Like 30 close. Probably try to go like two a year. But yeah, just bad luck, man. I said today, I come to the game today, they're going to blow it. Every time I come to the game, I never come to a playoff game because I know they'll lose when I'm there, right? But
I was at the playoff game a few years ago against Seattle, where they were up 8-1, and they blew it.
no, don't get me started.
I
don't know.
They're fucking dog shit. I hate the Blue Jays, but I love them at the same time because it's
A
Toronto.
love-hate relationship.
It is a very big love-hate relationship.
22-game hit streak ended tonight, though. What does this run that he's been on the last month or so tell you about him as a player, though?
Well, it goes to show that he doesn't take shit. People were talking shit saying that he was washed this season. He was having a rough start, and then he goes on a 21 or 22-game hit streak. And I goes, he's going to keep it going. I mean, he made contact all 3 appearances tonight, right? So, I mean, I don't know why he swung at the first pitch when it's your one outing to keep your streak going. He swung at the first one. I probably would have. It's only a second. Yeah, probably take the first pitch, read him out a little bit, but he's feeling himself, right? So, you can't blame him too much. At least he's not going down looking like some of the other guys, but
Look at this sign. I took this guy to his first Blue Jays game, and they fucking lost.
Please tell me the sign wasn't about Chris Bassitt.
See, look, show the camera. My first Blue Jays game, and they lose like that.
Against a
Garbage.
team like that.
Against a team like that. Garbage. I saw this, and I was like, yo, I got to get that. I wanted the I Love BJ's, but then I saw the Hawk Tua thing.
Hawk Tua.
Hawk Tua, got spit on that
Hawk
thing.
Tua 2024.
2024.
What were your thoughts on today's game?
They could have done better.
100% they could have.
Yeah, and if some of the catches I think they could have made, but they don't try.
That one by Springer was close in right field,
Yeah.
right? Last thing, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. had a 22-game hit streak going. He didn't get a hit today. How do you feel about that?
Disappointed.
We're disappointed in you, Toronto, and we're disappointed in you, Vlad, even though...
Next time, hit the ball towards me.
Chris Bassitt, I can't see him being in the future of the Blue Jays. As much as I would like him to be and as much as I want him to be, he is getting older. And as much as I wanted him to be one of our aces this year, it just hasn't come to fruition. It's just not good. Honestly, none of our pitchers have been incredibly reliable, so it's hard to just pick on him. But again, what we saw today, it's kind of easy.
Yeah.
It was shit. It was bad, man.
Toronto sucks. This whole city sucks. And let's go Yankees.
Don't slander Vladdy now, too, because he...
I'm not gonna slander Vladdy. I love Vladdy. He is Vladdy the daddy. He is the best person on America. I love that dude. He could go to my home and bang my mother. So we are good.
Speaking of Chris Bassitt, do you think he has a future in Toronto?
After today's performance, I don't think so. How are you going to lose against the Athletics? One of the worst teams in the league is the Athletics.
Yeah, and we got smoked by them.
Yeah, today wasn't our day.
Blue Jays lose to the A's 8-4 and lose the series 2-1. What are your thoughts on today's game?
We hit well. We opened up right off the bat, got to Bassitt, who was former A, which was good. I'm surprised they kept him in as long as they did, actually.
So after an outing like today for Bassitt, do you think he has a future here in Toronto, or do you think they'll ship him out?
No, he's still good. Bassitt's a top pitcher in this league. He can still hold it down. He had a bad
wide arsenal of pitches, too.
True, yes. It was just a bad start. What can you do? One inning, things happen. They left him in. He did fine after the first inning, so that's it. That is what it is.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr., I know you're an Athletics fan, but he had a 22-game hit streak going in today. Your Oakland Athletics broke it up today. He couldn't get to 23. But what does the hit streak that he just had tell you about him as a baseball player?
Oh, he's amazing. I mean, yesterday I was sitting there recording that last at bat when he struck out, hoping that he might do something to keep the game going, because you want the game to extend. Today, you want records to keep going and records to be broken. So if he can keep continuing on, it would have been awesome. But today we got to him and fortunately put him down.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great outing for Sears, for sure.
Oh, yeah, it was a good start. Yeah, absolutely.
So what are your thoughts on the A's season up to this point this year?
It's still sad. I mean, we're way under where we should be, or what we should be doing.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Blue Jays.
Yes, but it's a farewell season, so what else are we supposed to do? It's just, all you can do is back them up and hope for the best every game and every outing, and hopefully that it continues on and we win some more games and string something together. But
I mean, I was actually going to ask you about the move to Vegas for the Athletics. How do you feel about that whole situation?
Hoping it's not going to happen.
Yeah, hoping.
3 years in Sacramento. Hopefully Sacramento will just be a stopping off point and we won't go to Vegas. But it's terrible. It's all that history and how badly the MLB has let this shit go on and let it ride on John Fisher. And John Fisher's a piece of shit for letting the fan base down. It's terrible.
It's ridiculous.
It's terrible. For baseball as a whole. I mean, in Oakland, it's even worse, but as baseball as a whole, it's terrible.
All right, so Curwin, you just spoke to a bunch of Jays fans after the Jays lose to the A's. Tell me, first of all, how were the Jays fans feeling after that?
There were some pretty intense fans today. There's some pretty funny-ass fans, too. Most of them were disappointed, rightfully so. We lost to the A's 2-1 in the series and 8-4 here today, and it really pretty much was 8-1 if it wasn't for a decent eighth inning put together. But it came to an end when Vladdy grounded into a double play for the second time in as many at-bats. So pretty disappointed that Vladdy didn't extend the hit streak. The 22-game hit streak, just phenomenal. It shows you that he can be one of the best hitters in baseball, and he is one of the best hitters in baseball when he's playing to his capabilities. So great run. Just one game he didn't get a hit. I'm sure he'll be back tomorrow against the Angels, and he'll be hitting the ball again and getting more home runs. So I'm not worried about Vladdy. Tough day, but I'm just sad the streak's over, but he's going to continue to be mashing.
Do you see a future for Chris Bassitt in the Toronto Blue Jays organization?
I don't think so. I think they got to look to move on from him this offseason. He's getting older. Yes, he has a wide variety of pitches in his arsenal, and he can use them very effectively on certain days. Obviously, today wasn't his day. He got bombarded in the first inning by the Athletics hitters. But he's getting older. We're turning a page. We have pitching prospects like Bloss that we got at the trade deadline. Ye Savage, which we drafted in the first round this year. I think it's time to start turning the page a bit and getting those guys into more innings. So Bassitt, let him play out this season. Obviously, the trade deadline is over, so you kind of have to. But I think it's time that you move on from Chris Bassitt this offseason.
All right, well, that's the end of this homestand. We're going on the road for a bit. We're not. The Blue Jays are, and then we'll be back for the Cincinnati Reds about a week from now.
Go Blue Jays. Win some games, even though this season's already totally fucking wrecked.
I'm sorry for handing you the mic, even though I didn't ask you a question there. Sorry. Fan First Network, subscribe. Bye.